esteem kama huwezi kujipresent?
Yeah. Because low self-esteem, it's like an inner voice that keeps on telling you about negativity. So when you have that inner voice that keeps on telling you about negative things about yourself, so when you get another person who is telling you also negative things, but the body shaming part of it, maybe some say you have a big bust, you don't have a figure.
True.
You know, it happens mostly with ladies. Somebody will body shame you. It can also create that, which will end up being now this condition that we are calling low self-esteem. Yeah,
I get you exactly.
Yes.
Sasa, I know our viewers are already following and they already know what is low self-esteem.
Yes.
Tuambie, which are the signs most particularly tunafaa kuobserve ndo tujue we have this thing.
Before I come to signs, I want just to say a point about low self-esteem is people who have this condition, they are afraid of making mistakes. And so because they are afraid, they end up making so many mistakes.
And as far as they are afraid, hata wanashindwa, they can also be afraid to do good things.
Yes. So, and also they are also afraid they cannot venture into something new. Yes. They want only to deal with whatever
they know.
Yes, but they can't venture into new thing because they are afraid of making mistakes. And then when they love people, they love too much. They end up pleasing other people but not themselves. Now, the signs are always you're saying negative things about yourself, and always you're focusing on the negativity part of you but not the positive. You're not focusing on your strength. You always focus on your weakness. That is a sign.
Negativity, I think, for example, ni kama wakati maybe you are going to your tailor and you tell them what you want to be made. Alafu, when the tailor is telling you have a very nice bust, wacha tuifanye hivi. You keep on telling them, no, but you see, I'm not tall. No, you admit the negative side of you. You keep on even mentioning.
Yes.
Wow.
So, one, you focus on the negativity, and not only focusing, but you keep on saying and talking about the negativity about yourself.
Wow.
Number two, you don't appreciate even what you have as a person. Even when people tell you you're looking good or today you've done this nicely, you don't appreciate and you don't even see it.
Because of that one thing,
yes.
Maybe you know it's a weak point.
Yes.
Okay.
So because you don't appreciate, you end up not accepting their compliments. So even when people tell you, hey, today you're looking good, today you've done this nicely, so you end up,
and of which it's very true, maybe you have done something nicely.
Yeah. So you end up not accepting the compliments.
Okay.
And then another sign is all the time you're sad, you're depressed, and you're very lonely. Because now, maybe you've been body shamed, maybe there's something that has caused you low self-esteem. You don't like social situations or public things. So now you end up being isolated.
You even hate publicity?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you end up being isolated, which leads to loneliness.
Okay.
That is a sign. And also another sign is you don't have boundaries. When you find someone, maybe I find you as a friend, I don't have boundaries with you. You can come even to my space, of which I'm supposed to have boundaries. I know my friendship with you reaches here. From here, this is my boundary. So people who have this condition of low self-esteem, they don't have boundaries. Yes.
Wow. Because they want to be loved.
Yes.
They want to be embraced.
Yes.
So you let people venture in your boundaries as far as they want, as much as they want, because you want friendship.
Yeah.
You are unable to limit to some point.
Yes.
Because you think as well, ata huyu atakuja kunotice my weakness, na let me just allow them ndio wanipende.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
And then also another sign is they don't keep relationships. You don't keep friendship, even normal friendship with people. They don't go for so long. You don't keep the relationships. Because you see, in a friendship, at one point or another, a friend will recommend you or say something about you which is positive.
Which you might be they will mention what you don't like.
Yes. And it's right. But now because already your mind is fed with negativity, so you will see, this person is just playing with me or pulling my legs. So they don't keep relationships. At the same time, also another sign, you don't keep even romantic relationships. Even with the boyfriends or girlfriends, spouses, you don't. Because all the time, you're full of negativity. So there is no positivity that comes out of you. So when this person tells you something, even nice about yourself, you see as if they are just taking advantage and just trying to lie to you, which now keeps you in more depressed situations.
You think these people are telling you to make you happy because they already love you.
Yes. Which now you end up being depressed.
It will irritate you because you think wanapaka mafuta.
So you end up being depressed and very lonely.
Wow. Trizah, Tonnie, I think we are getting somewhere because this thing affects mostly ladies. Yeah, it mostly affects ladies. Kwanza sababu ya body shaming. And I can see this thing is all over. At social media, they're doing this. What can you tell people in regard to body shaming?
Body shaming, I can say...
If you kituwezi badilisha, this is something that you were born with, you're going to die with, you will live with it.
You know, people say tallness and shortness, that is something you cannot change because it's God given. That is how God created you. But being fat and being slim, that is your choice. Because
but I think to some point kuna wenye sasa they can't control.
It even from the family. So now about how a person is created, if we can avoid, let us avoid telling people maybe you have a big head or you have a big nose or whatever. We should avoid body shaming.
If you can't change your personality, if you can't change you, I think we should avoid. Because these things are bringing a lot of things. Hata watu wanakuwa na suicidal thoughts. What do you think?
It brings. It brings. Because now if all the time people are seeing something negative about you, and also you see it's a voice. It's an inner voice that keeps on telling you you're not good. You lack confidence all the time. So when people tell you now, hey, your legs or your shape, you have a very bad shape, you see it adds to what you have. So it can even lead to suicidal thoughts. It can even lead you now being so much depressed. And you know, low self-esteem also can lead even to it's a mental condition. Now,
I think you should tell us the causes, what causes low self-esteem. But still, I think they can lead to so many things. Because as far as I know, kuna wasichana wananga far much abroad. Like they do even they change their skin color. They do what we call enhancing our bodies. I think easy mambo bado ni body whatever.
It's because they have been brought up in a society, or they have been with friends who keep on all the time telling them, hey, maybe you black as this, you don't have a figure. So you see, even now, even when the people who are making these things, even the things to maybe broaden your hips, even these creams that are being used to lighten up your skin, they are making them because they know people are suffering from that.
Exactly.
So now they end up unaji bleach. You add up things to bring out your hips and your figure, of which at the end of the day the pain comes back to you. It escalates.
Because you'll even notice to some point you have modified your body. Alafu you'll always know this is not really you. You did something, that's why you are like this. Hata mtu akisema ana kama ni positive, yani they are saying it in a positive way. Even if they tell you so light, you're looking good, utajua behind your back you did something. And also it will keep on haunting you. Now tuambie the causes themselves. What causes all
the causes are so broad. It can be caused by your childhood, how you are been brought up. Maybe if you are brought up in a family that all the time, abusive family all the time keeps on telling you abusive things. So you're brought up, how you've been brought up, it can create a low self-esteem. Because if you're from an abusive background, it will make your low self-esteem be very low. And then it can also be caused by maybe you academically, you didn't perform, poor performance academically. You see, like we used, before now the CBC, we used to believe in education so much. If you go and tell a parent maybe your gift is in music and you want to follow music, you couldn't. They believed so much in academics. So if you get you fail, even you are afraid to take that result home. Because you know what will follow, abusive words, maybe even you'll be beaten for that. So even poor performance academically can bring about this. And also having mood swings, which at the end of the day causes depression. You know, people are depressed for so many things. You can be depressed because of the background, how the family is, lack of money. It brings depression. What you want, there's something everyone wants. People have visions, but then your vision is not coming to pass. You see as if it's taking time, or you see as if maybe you dreamt, you had a very big dream, but it's not being accomplished. So it brings about depression. So it can cause low self-esteem. And also no body shaming, it can cause. And also poverty causes, disability can also cause. When you have a disability in your body, it causes. Yes. Because now you see people, when you are disabled, even the blind people, they can't see, but they can tell you when they are passing somewhere, all eyes are on them. You know, because people are looking, hey, this person. You know, it's just because of education. Now, so these things are not so much. When you see a blind person, when you see an albino, you don't look at, because now there is education. People are
exactly.
Yes, people. Yes, we know things. But before, when you're blind, maybe you're an albino, you have a disability. Maybe you don't have legs. You are in a wheelchair. People would stare at you. And it causes, yes. True.
Well, I think there's something I've remembered about family issues, because I remember one girl that we were schooling with long time ago when I was in primary school. The mother, people insinuated she was a witch. To some point, the mother was banned, mob justice. So I remember this lady, she was unable to come back to school. Do you think family issues can bring this?
Yes. Yes, they can. Because now you see, the mother was people said she was. So in school,
that family now, I don't know, I think they developed something to do with, they never come where people are, they never attend ceremonies, because they sidelined themselves, basically.
Yeah, because now, you see, already the society hates you, because of even something that is not true. But now the society knows you're witches. Even now at school, she'll be called a child of a witch.
Exactly.
So it definitely, even if that person is so bright, and everybody has a gift. And even if you have that gift, you can't bring it out. You can't join dramas. You see, you can't join debates. Because you're already a child. You've been given a name. Your name was already changed.
Now the life of that child has already been doomed because of thing. And I think the thing trolls all along, even to the extended family. Besides the nuclear, even the extended family, even whether you are a cousin to that person, or a grandmother to that person, or a dad or an uncle, that thing trolls all along the family. And you feel like you don't want to be associated with that family.
And then you're sidelined. Nobody wants to be a friend of a witch.
No.
Because maybe tomorrow you'll be witched if it's true.
Wow. And how can one develop strength from this? Because I think these things, they sometimes catch up as an aware.
Yeah, they do. Causes, there's so many things that causes. Like me, I'm tall lady and very slim. So every time you're called for a meeting, when you go, because you see in meetings we give photos. Maybe that person has not met you. Maybe they have used a friend. Now maybe in your church, I'm your friend. Maybe now the bishop wants a lady who can talk to ladies, and you say you propose. Then now when I send my photo, they don't know me. You're the one who know me.
True.
Now when I appear, they say, hey, this is a child. This is a very young girl. What can she say? What can she do? You'll see. Now, when you appear in a place and people thought, I would see me as a child, as a very young girl, some will just judge you from just looking at you, and they
just
say
through your outfit.
Yes, and they had the photo.
They don't know what you can bring out.
No, and they had the photo, and in the photo, photos you look
exaggerate
big.
Sometimes.
Yes, not your actual size. So when you appear, you're like down-looked. People are like, they have already lacked confidence with you, what you can do.
So like when you start delivering, they won't even take much interest on you.
Like the 5 minutes, the first ones, they don't have you in
before
their
you
minds.
Start even
before now
whatever you have now.
Yes, before you get into their hearts, you take a lot of time.
And then they speak a lot about you, and it just appearance too.
Just appearance, and then they used to, like, now there's a term people would call kairetu. You hear a kairetu behind. They don't see a minister, they see a kairetu. So you're like, God. But I would just tell God, now these people, show them that you are God and you can do it. After you preach, that's now when they come celebrating you because they have heard what you, the ministry
after ministering.
After ministering, that's when now they accept you. And see, actually, you can be young, and still they are putting that thing. You can be young, but you're really anointed, But you're not young. It's just your body. So for a long time, I kept on putting on. Even now, I still put on the long dresses, the ones that cannot even take your shape. As ladies, you also want to put on something that fits you well.
You want also to feel good.
But no, you can't, because it had synced in my mind. It had synced in my mind that my body is not good. I'm this tall girl. And at some point, there are even people who would call me the tall girl. Have you seen the tall girl? So the people even tend to forget even your name. Just they call you now by how you look.
Okay.
And
by the way, that's
yes. And for some years, actually, it took years, like maybe close to 10 years. With that, so I had a very low self-esteem.
By this time, and I know you are a good worshipper. By this time, you need to lead these people. You want to pray. You want to take preach. Them. You want to preach. You want to minister to ladies. But still, they are looking on you.
And so what it did, it started now limiting me. I knew I have things to deliver to ladies. I want ladies to be healed. I have testimonies that I can share with ladies and their lives can be changed. But no, it limited me. There are some places I would be invited and I would refuse and just tell them I'm busy. And then I will tell my husband, I don't want to go there. Their ladies are so big. The women there are so mature. When I go, they call me Kairetu, So it limited me in my ministration. There are some places I couldn't go. There are some openings I declined. I refused just because of how I looked. And I'm still looking like that even today. But now, I realized it's really limiting me and my ministration. So I started by now accepting myself and accepting this is who I am. Even if there's one person who made a joke when preaching, a minister, a pastor actually, and said, you see like now Trizah, even if Trizah can be dipped in a tank full of oil, she cannot get fat. And I was like, okay.
What?
Imagine a person preaching
and then pulpit.
Yes. And then they are giving an example with you. Yes. That really? Rebecca, even if
is okay?
No, it's not.
It isn't at all.
It is not. But you see, he's trying to show you, you're very thin. And you cannot change, Even if you're dipped in a tank of oil, honestly, you cannot
why should
get
I say
fat.
That anyway?
It really got me.
I know.
And I started sinking in now.
Being deeply now.
Yeah, in low self-esteem, knowing that I cannot be fat.
If the pastor
I cannot be accepted. Yes. And he's the one of
how
God.
About the members?
Yeah.
The congregants?
Yeah.
They'll never appreciate. They'll never see me as a person then.
Yeah. So then I sank into low self-esteem now about my body. I started putting on big dresses, big danini, high shoes. Even even a fundi will tell me, no, let us make that dress up to maybe the ankle size. But I would say, no, let it go to the floor. Yes, I tell the but it's because of what is in my mind. And also my inner voice was telling me, Trizah, you're so thin, you're so tall.
But you still have to minister, Trizah.
And you still have to minister.
Yeah, you still have to minister.
But then,
put on baggy clothes, big sweaters.
Yeah. But now I reach a point when I realize I'm not giving out what I have, and I'm not reaching out to other places. Now it's limiting me. Then I started accepting myself. Then my husband started telling me, the way you are, you look good. But then it's not low self-esteem. You cannot really be helped by a person.
Did you think to some point Pastor Tonnie was telling you to make you happy? Do you think he was telling you this to make you happy? Of course?
Yeah, I thought so. Because now they are calling me Kairetu, and you will say, hey, people want to be called Kairetu. You are being called Kairetu and you're not happy. And I saw, you're just trying to make me happy. So low self-esteem, it's a matter of you making a choice and now starting having an inner positive voice that is telling you, no, even if you're thin, even if you're slim, even if you're tall, the way you are is how God created you. True. And you are good as you are. And the best.
Yes.
The world has never seen the best girl and most beautiful girl like you. You start now talking to yourself.
You are unique.
I started that and I said, this I cannot change. Actually, even when I got children, I was like, maybe when I get children, I'll be a big fat. So after now, sometime, after maybe 3 months or 4, I'm back to my size and I'm like, oh, I started getting even bitter with myself and I'm like, why can't I even be fat? Because I hear when people give children, they change. But me, I'm coming back to who I am. Then I started now appreciating myself. And then I started meeting with people. I have a friend, my Esther Kingori, she's also a gospel singer. Okay. She has a good body. Now when we go with her, we would just get in through a place. So I started telling her, I want to be going with you because now your body also is making me be seen as a person, you know. So she would tell me, I would like to be like you. And I'm like, oh, so there are people who want to be like me. And me, they don't know where I am at because of the body that I have, you know. So now I've started accepting myself, even if it's from less than a year actually.
Really?
So now I've started accepting myself.
You're so beautiful and a nice body.
Thank you.
Whether you have a very nice body.
Thank you.
I think people should stop this. Honestly, people should stop this and tuanze kupendana, ku-applaud each other because we are so different. Otherwise, even twins, hakuna mtu anafanana na mwingine. The whole world, you are so unique. You're so made in a different way.
Yeah.
So let us take a gulp of water and then we'll be right back. Huh?
Okay.
Yes. Our viewer, let's take a short break. Please don't go away. We'll be right back with our topic. We have Trizah Tonnie with us. We are going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Every day, a life is lost as a result of one disease or another. But we count on the number of lives which are saved. That is why here in Health Booth, we will be educating each other on how to live a healthy lifestyle. Join me, David Ngure, every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. as we will learn more about our health.
Iron sharpens iron.
And as a father, have you ever thought the best gift you can give to your lineage?
Life is not about the gifts we win. It's about the people we love.
Catch us every Tuesday from 8 to 9 on Elders Council,
a show where all men issues matter.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. Heaven Bound is a home of all aspects, and today we have Trizah Tonnie with us, and she's trying to tackle with us about self-low esteem in all aspects, in marriages, in children, in everybody. If you are there, you've been body shamed, this is your topic right now. Now we were somewhere along like people, hata watu walikuwa wanataka kukushinda kukuita kasichana kadogo. And really you wanted to deliver. You are a full-time minister, you are a minister, a large minister. Now tuambie, someone who went through this or someone who is undergoing this, what can they do? Because people wanna suffer this. They're suffering so much.
It's just accepting yourself the way you are. I know there is that inner voice that is very negative, but just accept.
And very strong. Inakwambianga, don't put on that skirt.
Yes, when it comes to your body, accept who you are and know you cannot change. If you're slim, you're slim. If you're fat, you're fat. If you're big, you're big. If you're tall, you're tall. Don't accept. It's God who created you like that. And you're unique in your own way. Just accept that. But when it comes to your job and and people are telling you maybe you're not doing it well, those are things that you can improve. When it comes to services, to jobs, those are things that you can maybe improve and change on. But when it comes to your body, that is something you accept. And allow the positive voice to tell you that you are good. Rebecca, you're good. The way you are, the way God created you, you're unique. You know, you're wonderfully and beautifully made by God.
Wow.
And he took his time.
Ourselves. Yes. Mfupi, love yourself the way you are. Lakini tuache kuambia watu. Let's stop telling people, speaking about their weaknesses. And it's something they can never change. Tuache, by the way, we should stop this.
About body, then when people should just keep off. Let us say other things. Maybe your job is not good. Maybe what you did here is not good. Maybe your cooking is not good. You know, those are things, because those are things you can change. Cooking, you can learn.
You can learn. You can go to school.
Yes. Jobs, you can learn. Services, offering services, you can learn. But now when it comes to your body, that is something you cannot change.
So
you just love yourself the way you are, and you're wonderfully. The Bible says you're wonderfully, beautifully made. And you see, there's this thing that I've seen when people are body shaming. They say, ati wewe saa zile Mungu alikumbe kwa amekula lunch. You wonder, even did you know whether God eats lunch or not? You know, some people say, that girl is very beautiful. God created you when he had time. You see, even people has now started putting things that are not even there in the Bible. You know, using them to show you maybe
how you look,
how you're created. Some say when you're created, God was very tired. Now that's telling you you're very ugly.
Or even telling you Mungu alianza na wewe.
You know, because you're so beautiful. Now we are bringing things that are not in the Bible. Just to now try body shaming people and using the word of God that is not the word of God. Now you start taking the name of God in things that are not supposed to be, because we were never told that he created us when eating or when resting. You know, we are just told he created us wonderfully and beautiful
in his own image.
So
everybody looks like God. Hata hakuna mtu anajua how God looks. Na by the way, we look like God. People should stop body shaming. Kama mtu amefanya kitu mbaya ama amefanya kitu mzuri, let's stop this. Honestly, we should stop that. Now tell us the risks, because kuna risks mingi sana.
The risk, you can be seriously be impaired academically. If you are a very poor performance, you know, we said it can cause when you perform academically very poorly, that can be a cause of low self-esteem. Now when it comes to risk, and you've already performed poorly in academics, and already now people or even your family is criticizing you because of your poor performance, now it can lead to more serious damage, dropping, impairing of your academics. Even if you had a bright mind, you won't understand anything. Now it leads even to very poor, and you can end up being a dropout.
Well, and at some point, because of this, you drop drastically.
Yes. You see, when it comes to academics, everybody thinks that every student should have an A, a B, a C. Now from D, but also when academically, many people want you to have an A. The best performed. No, and you know where you are. You know, everybody knows how they can perform. Now when you all the time you're told you're performing poorly, you're not even being encouraged and told, hey, now you have a B. I know you can. You know, you say it in a positive way. But if you're all the time being told in a negative way, and even you see the people say, wewe hata uwezi, ni kupoteza school fees tunapoteza, you know. Now that one end up impairing you seriously, and even you can drop out from school. That's a risk. And also, it also ends to serious depression. and stress.
You sink into depression.
Yes, and stress. Because now, when it comes to academic,
maybe that's a big risk.
Yes, because maybe academically you're not performing, and maybe even when you're you're growing up, you were brought up in a very bad society or family background, abusive family, so it gives you depression. Maybe you're brought up in a marriage that is a family that is broken. You know, many people want to come from a family
which is rich.
Yes, and it has a father and a mother.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but now when it's a divorced family. You're brought up maybe by a single mother. If you don't deal with it, it can lead to serious depression. Because now people want a place they can identify. People want identity. But now, identity, mostly, we find our identity if we have fathers. Because the surnames are fathers. But now you find that if you've been brought up by a single mother, most of the time society wants to show you don't have an identity, which is very wrong, because even a mother is an identity. If you have her name, you also have an identity. But now people, because you've been brought up in a society that father, if you have a father, you have an identity. So if you're brought up by a single mother, you end up now sinking into deep depression, depending now on the society, and how you talk with people, and how the society see people. And also single mothers who are bringing up children alone, they end up even having very low self-esteem, because people judge them wrongly. You see, now when a marriage breaks, people don't see the men. When a marriage breaks, you're told, Rebecca, you're the cause.
They usually,
it's a woman.
It's true.
We are judged harshly.
It's true.
You know, when a marriage breaks. So even to the lady who is bringing up her children single-handedly, you see, they can also suffer from low self-esteem. Because all the time, they are being blamed. They are even being blamed even by their own mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers. They are told, where? Haukuweka marriage yako, wewe ndio ulikuwa na kiburi sana.
They usually blame the single mothers. I don't know why. Ask ladies, and that one, but they usually blame us a lot when our children don't do the right thing.
Yes. It was like the other day, a lady was saying how she was being beaten by her husband, and she saw she couldn't bear that. She went to talk to her mother. Then her mother told her, even me, I'm being beaten. I've been beaten for more than 30 years. And I've never left my marriage. Why would you leave yours because you're being beaten? And me, I've been beaten all through, and I've never even told you my children, you know. So it's like, you see, when a mother tells you that, she's not supporting you. She's telling you, go back and be beaten. Because also me, I've been beaten all through.
Being beaten.
And I brought you up, and now you're married, you know. Instead of supporting your child, because even that abusive marriage, you know, it can lead to something else. So ladies are judged harshly. And so most ladies that are single are bringing up their children single-handedly. They suffer from low self-esteem because of the society, how the society takes them, and also their family. They don't have even the support from the family, you know. So it ends up bringing a lot of depression. And also, if also what has caused you low self-esteem is being in a stressful life, stressful situations over and over. You're in this situation, after this you're in this.
Different situations. Working, maybe job-wise, family-wise,
financial. You know, in a prolonged stressful situations, then it ends up also to depression, stress. Yes. So risk, and it's a risk. And also another risk is you are vulnerable now to drug and alcohol, substance abuse. Because now, the only friend that you have is alcohol.
The only comfort zone.
The comfort zone.
Yeah, it's that place.
It's alcohol, drug abuse. There you will find your comfort. You'll find the love.
And you find yourself able maybe to stand out when you are under drugs.
Yes.
Unaweza kujiintroduce, unaweza kujiongelelea. So you find yourself venturing into that.
Yes.
Because hauna ile self-esteem when you're sober.
Yes.
True.
Yeah, it's true. I have a brother who even, he couldn't talk. Even now, he doesn't talk to us when he's sober. You just ask a question and he answers it outrightly, the way you've asked it. And even he can't look, or he can't have eye contact. But when he goes out and comes back, when he's now drunk on something, he will face you guys and ask you questions. And talk a lot of things.
Wow.
So you see now, it's because when you are under an influence of a drug, you're able to now to stand out and to speak your heart. But when you're not, you cannot, because now you're suffering from low self-esteem. And so many people who are suffering,
big risk, Trizah.
Yeah,
and I think that's what's happening nowadays.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why you find that many people now, even if you try to talk them out to drugs, that's why you see people who have been addicted to drugs, you take a process with them so that they can get out of drugs.
Okay.
It's a process. But now they sink deeper into drug and alcohol abuse. They are very vulnerable because that is their only comfort. That is the only place they find peace. That is the only place they can now come and tell you what they think, what is in their mind. That is when they are under influence of drugs, that is the only chance they have to speak and to come out in public. Because when now they are sober, because of now the low self-esteem and believing, you see, I told you it's a voice that keeps telling you your negative things about you. And then I also told you low self-esteem, it's when you don't feel confident about who you are and what you can do.
Very true.
You see, so that way you run away from the public, but now when you are under an influence of drug, you'll be able to come back now to the society or to the public and speak to them.
Very true.
Yeah, so many of them they sink deeper into drug. Another thing, another risk is that you even break, your marriage can break. The romantic relationship that you have with a spouse, with a spouse, yes, or a boyfriend, or it can break.
It can.
Yes, it can break because now you are in a world of your own, of negativity, of you cannot.
Nothing good.
Nothing good.
Like, for example, how Pastor Tonnie was telling you, when you wear this, you're so smart, you're looking good. But the inner man is telling you, no.
The inner voice.
Yeah. Just put on the long attire.
Yeah. You will be big, you know.
You'll be big. But so that you can present yourself.
Yeah. But now, you see now, the inner voice, the negativity is too much. So to keep a romantic relationship or a marriage, it takes God, actually, for you now. When you have sunk deeper into low self-esteem, to keep a marriage is very hard. And that's why many times when you hear a marriage has broken or people have disagreements over and over, when you're coming maybe to counsel them or you're talking with them, you must find out the cause or the reason for that disagreement. True. So that now you can be able to deal with the roots. You know, some disagreements are not caused just by disagreements. They have root causes. Their own roots. Because like now I have a low self-esteem. I'm not good. I have negativity. When I do something, I feel like I'm not doing it well. And now here is a person, is a spouse, who now is trying to bring the good out of me. And the society, the family background, everything is just negativity in my mind and bringing negative energies. So what
and that is maybe something that was induced 20 years down the line.
Yeah, and you still have it.
And now this is a new person. A new person is trying to show you what you can do better, how you can look good. But your people there, them days, they used to tell you, you don't look good, you have this and that.
Yeah. So now you break up. Marriages break up. So that's why even now with people who have done psychology, that's why you're told if you have a lot of disagreements and what, just seek a person who can help you. So most of disagreements,
how you can overcome this.
Yeah, because most of disagreements in marriages are not the upper part, what you can see. They are very deep. So you should.
So your spouse can never help you in this.
No, they cannot. When you have low self-esteem, nobody can help you.
Okay.
It's only you, yourself, accepting yourself, or seeking now. That's why we go to psychologists.
I think the first thing is just to understand yourself. Ujue uko na shida. Identify that problem and know that you have a problem. Because already we've said about the signs and. Already you have already learned that you have these signs.
Yes.
Or accept you have these signs. And now you accept you have a problem.
Yes. 80% of you overcoming low self-esteem is on you. Is you. 20% is now the help maybe that you can get from a psychologist or from a counselor. But not from a friend. Because now friends, they are the same people that maybe when they tell you, compliment you, you think, this one. You know,
they're just joking.
Yeah, or because trying to make me happy so that I can fit in their group or their class, you know. But now 80% will depend on you. Is you talking to yourself, making sure that you now you can stand out 80% healing or overcoming is upon you, but 20% you can be helped. Yes.
Now tell us again, how can we overcome this? Can we share what at large, or which people at large should we visit? Because I think we have pastors, we have counselors, lots of people.
Yeah.
How well can we tackle this?
How well? You start with yourself.
Good.
First, you be kind with yourself. Because you realize now, mostly when it comes to body shaming, when it comes to family matters, when it comes to issues that we've gone through that have caused this, the issues that we said before, now you realize you don't love yourself. And most people who have low self-esteem, they don't love themselves. They don't see anything good about themselves, you know. So you start by being kind to yourself. Okay. And then by loving yourself. That's why I'm saying it's 80% you. Not even another person, a counselor. It's good to seek a counselor's help. But even if you go to a counselor, without first you, being determined that you want to overcome this thing, you cannot. Okay. So it's first being kind to yourself, then you build a positive relationship now with people. You see, if I'm your friend, I try to build it positively. So that even if you tell me something positive, you see, already I've dealt with myself. I'm kind to myself. I love myself the way I am. I have accepted me for who I am. And I have accepted my identity. You know, even if I'm a child of a single mother, I have accepted that. Even if I'm a failure from school, I've accepted I am that. Even if maybe, you see, there are so many people who are not good in books, but they are good in other things. Even in business, in what, you see, you just accept and know your strength. Then deal with that and positivity and be kind to yourself, love yourself. Wow. You know, even before you go to seek for help. And then also, when people compliment you, now you'll be able to accept the compliment positively, because already you're not dealing harshly with yourself. Because now when you're also suffering this lowest self-esteem, you're dealing harshly with yourself. But now after you have accepted, you start now loving yourself, being kind to yourself. You see, now even when you tell me, oh, you're looking good, you've done this very nicely, I'll take that as a positive. In a positive way. Yes, in a positive way. So it's more of me. Okay. And then identifying where now your weaknesses are, and try to bring your strengths, and now to make that thing. Because also, when it also comes to body shapes, the ladies, you know, I'm tall and slim. Yes. So I know there are certain designs that I can put on and I won't look good.
And you can't look good on them.
Yes, but there are others I will.
You can stand out.
Yes, with my body. Wow. So everybody has its own fashion. Where you just identify what looks good on me.
Learn how your body looks.
Learn how your body is.
And what can look good on you.
Yes.
Wow, that's powerful.
You know, just accept yourself the way you are. Now go and start now looking for clothes that you know, when I'm in this clothes. You know, even dressing boosts your confidence. Oh, yeah. So learn your shape. Learn how in this dress, you see, we can put on the same clothes with you, the same design, but you will look different, I will look different. Very
true.
Because our bodies are not the same.
They're not the same.
Yes. Exactly. So learn your body shape, learn what is very nice with you, and then start now working on that.
Don't put on heels because you've seen someone else with heels.
Yes.
Note that heels, if heels work out for you, do them. If they don't, stop. And you will look good on something else.
Yes. If you just know your clothes, your body, your designs, then the shoes, you know, even if you want long heels, there are long heels that are very long, there are those that are very medium, you know. Just know what you look good in, then now build on that. Well, you know, you see, you had a lot of negativity. Now you're trying to bring positive energy in. Now, bringing this positive energy in, it starts with your body. Because our bodies is where most of the times we lack confidence.
Very true.
You know, now start with yourself. No, this design goes good. Mostly ladies, goes well with me.
Yeah.
Now, work with that.
Wow.
Then after now you started loving yourself, you've known yourself, you accepted yourself the way you are, then now you're able to conquer your fears just by that. And firstly, you see, most of the confidence, like 90% of our confidence comes out from how we are looking. Yes, it's not from the inside. It is true. It's from the outward look.
Appearance kwanza. And that's why these people that you are going to attend, that is why they judged you from the appearance. How you come, that is how people will judge you, by the way.
Yes. Even now when you go to these public speaking things, you go to church, you go to places where maybe a speaker will stand and speak, the first 5 minutes,
appearance,
people are not listening to what you're saying. People are looking at your hair, your face, they are coming down, your shoe, you know, and that is where they are saying, hey, this top you would have done this you would have.
Mistakes, the 5, they start correcting you
in their minds. And you whatever you're saying or preaching, they are not hearing. So that's why the outward look is very important. Wow. When you just know you're smart, you look good, that gives you 90% confidence. Even when you know maybe the others, whatever you're going to speak there, maybe you're not confident with it, but the way you look adds confidence.
Well, at least 80%, not necessarily 100, but 80. Just work on it.
Work on it.
Do you think it's necessary for people to be assisted? Because maybe some of us are not so good in designs or maybe noticing how we look. Do you think it's important? Do you think our churches should start these forums? Tuanze kueliminatiana.
Kufunzana sasa. Yeah, I think such programs, you see, like ladies have so many programs in the church. Yeah. And when we bring...
I think this one should be one of them.
Yeah, when you bring when you bring a lady to preach, you see, like most of the times in churches, we have a whole day seminar for ladies. You know, we can plan this program
within that
day. We can say from this time to this time we are preaching. From this time to this time maybe we are having these groups, maybe these groups, and then from this time to this time we are talking about dressing. You know,
and we put a designer on board.
Yes. And maybe let the designer have some
private, confidential,
and some clothes also, even to showcase with people and bring and say, maybe let now you and you come, go and put on this design, the same design. Wow. Then when you come out, then people will be asked, how does she look? The truth now, you know, we are not body shaming anything. And then how does she look? Learning. So with this design, who looks more smarter than the other? This body. Wow. You know, and that way,
therefore this body should go with this and the other one with that.
With this. So that way ladies will start being confident with their bodies and they won't feel ashamed. Wow. Because ladies have a very big problem with their bodies.
It is true.
Yes.
It is true, and this one is limiting us big time.
It is.
We can do major things because of our bodies. Tunashindwa kujipresent because of how we look, how people judge us. But the moment tukajua this looks good on me or this can look good on you, I think we can do more better. What do you think?
Yeah, we can. You just realize this is good, this is not, then we can do better. Wow. Because I know ladies can do much things and very good things. When now we don't have that body shaming, you're feeling confident.
When we have an opportunity, I bet we can do big things.
Yeah, we can.
And greater things. The only good thing is presentability. When we can present ourselves and have our own confidence. And given that opportunity, we can really do the things.
We can. Now, another thing, we said, when you have this low esteem, you don't venture into new things. You're stuck.
You're still limited.
You're limited.
At one point.
If you're knitting clothes, you're just limited there. You can't try something new because I told you they are afraid to make mistakes. And they're the same, they are afraid to fail. You know, they want to prove some point to some people. So they are afraid to make mistakes, they are afraid to fail. So they won't try to venture out new things. Even if you tell them, no, you're doing this. I think if this you can combine with this, it can work well, but they cannot. They don't want now to see the combination because they don't want to make a mistake. So you should identify. And might find
maybe they don't want to escalate because they don't want their mistake to be noticed.
Yes, yes. So you can identify your challenge and try to make it. Now from that challenge, try to make to look for an opportunity out of that challenge. You know, because I've seen like now. My mind is into designs because of my body. You see, now from that my body and the designs is what kept me in that cocoon of low self-esteem. And now that I have accepted the way I am, I'm venturing into designs.
Wow.
What can I do? So what will it, if I use it, it was a challenge before. And now if I use it positively, that challenge, it can be an opportunity for me. Exactly. Because I will look for people who look like me and tell them this dress, this, I can, I can design you. Yeah. It's an opportunity out of a challenge.
True. You see? Very true.
Yeah, so we are people who are suffering that should identify the challenge they have had, and then from that challenge, make it an opportunity. Wow. And it can work.
It can really work. I'm thinking, by the way, that's a very strong point. Because like as for today, you're looking so elegant.
Thank you.
And I'm telling you, as for me, I can always look for you because of whatever you have today. And maybe someone somewhere else, they can always look for you because they saw you with a particular thing. Only because you identified your body. And in this case, you're working on it. You know what is good for it and what can go along with it.
Yes.
Yes. Anything else that you may want us to know, maybe from this low esteem?
The overcoming part is do things that you enjoy first. You see, we are with this condition, you are afraid to venture into new things. So when you start doing things that you yourself enjoy, slowly by slowly, you'll even start realizing that you're venturing into even new things. Wow. Now without your knowledge, and then you realize, wow, I'm even doing a new thing and I'm doing it very well. So we should start by doing things that we really enjoy. And then also we should learn to be assertive with ourselves and with what we are doing, and not to listen. So let us not rely on the compliments of other people. Let us compliment ourselves. When you look at yourself at the mirror, compliment yourself. Say, this is you. You're beautiful. Whatever you're going to do with your hands, you will make it. It will be nice. Wow. So when you even walk out, already you've spoken to yourself. So you don't need anybody to tell you look good. Yeah, because me nowadays, I don't know.
Stand out in confidence.
Yeah, I use that.
Who is the person who is outside ready to mock you or maybe correct you?
Yeah.
You already stand out.
Already.
You are showing them it's you now. This is you. And you stand out with confidence. The judgmental aspect won't come in their minds.
Yeah, because there's a lady I used to admire so much. That lady will tell her, hey, you're looking good. And she'll tell you always, I know. She will say thank you.
She really admitted she looks good.
She will say no. She'll say, wow, always, I know. And she's telling you she's always smart and beautiful, and she knows. Then I started wondering, why is this lady even doesn't say thank you or something? Then when I came now, I realized I'm suffering low self-esteem. Whereas this lady could have come out of a place, and that's why now she's complimenting herself. She doesn't need your compliment.
By the way,
so when you compliment yourself, even when you go out there, whether people compliment you or not, you're okay.
You've worked on yourself.
Yes, you don't need anybody to tell you how you look or what you've done. No, you have already complimented yourself.
I also dislike the way people approach people. And I think there's another good way of telling someone that today your dress doesn't look you. I think there's a better way to tell you that. Rather than telling someone, ulimwona na hiyo nguo leo? Hey, leo alikuwa anakaa nani? Okay, such things. Do you think it's important maybe when you see someone that, and maybe you can correct them, how they can approach, the mode of approaching that person?
The mode of approaching is very different actually, because the approach and even the tone really matters, because you don't know that person, where that person is coming from. You see, maybe some, even now, some people call me Kairetu, of which now I don't care. Whether you call me Kairetu or a girl, a small girl. Okay, I'm learning.
Yeah.
It's a process, you see. But now, before, it would really hurt me and take a toll on me. So even when I'm getting on the altar to minister, I won't start with that confidence. Even if I know in singing or in worshiping I'm good, in this preaching thing, God already has anointed me and has given me a word for you people. You take away first that confidence, because now, Kairetu, what? You see, before, it would take a toll on me. Exactly. Now, before even I now start having a breakthrough in what I'm saying or singing, it would take time.
Wow.
Before now, I start enjoying what I'm doing. But now, right now, even if you call me Kairetu or what, I know I'm good in holding the mic, and I will hold it.
And you can really...
Yes, and I'll do what I know what I've been called to do. You know, and I'll do it with a lot of confidence.
Wow.
But now, you see, when you're complimenting a person and telling, hey, Rebecca, today you're looking good, or maybe that dress, you would have done this and this and this. First, look at your approach and your tone.
First, I think I should also observe your mood when I'm telling you such a thing.
Yes.
Because maybe by that time, you're not ready to listen. I'm to take in a negative way whatever I'll be telling you. Now observe your moods first, and then I let you know what I want you to know. Because also I can even be in good moods, but I don't know where I'm coming from. By the way, you know, everybody has something that keeps on dragging them behind, you know, and taking a toll on their minds. So you don't know what is in me or where I'm coming from. So when you come to compliment me, I think also just be telling people they look good. Okay. The rest, let them work on them, on that part, because you don't know where that person is coming from. And you may compliment them, even tell them you're looking good, but you're hurting them. Okay. Because even you can tell me I'm looking good, but I know I'm not. Because it's a negative thought. You see, always I have a negative thought. So if you tell me I'm looking good, it will end up hurting me. Wow. But if I'm positive about myself and I love myself, if you tell me I'm looking good, then I'll take it positively. Wow. You see, so it depends where the person is coming from, and also your relationship. You see, how well you relate, by the way. Because you can, some people, you just find a stranger telling you, hey, you're looking so good, and you're like, wow, you don't even know me. You know. Or you're looking bad, a stranger. But now you're my friend. Or maybe you're not so social with that person. What does they want to tell you? Something. Yes. I think complimenting a person should come with your friendship. Your closeness with that person. Yes, and how far that friendship has gone. You see, maybe you're friend with a person, but maybe your friendship is on top layers, not on the inner layers. You see, so it depends on your level of friendship. Yes, when it comes to correcting a person, when it comes to... I think we should learn more about this, because it's very delicate in a way. Yeah, it is. You can't just tell someone how they look, and you're not so close to them. Anyway, Trizah, I think you should close, because we have come to the end of our show. Tell us whatever you may want us to know, and what you want us to stick on to. What I would say is love yourself. Wow. The way you are. You're the best. You're unique. Thank you. Love yourself. And whatever you're doing, the work of your hands, love also your work. Wow. You know, and if there is a place where you need to improve, works can be improved, cooking can be improved, but yourself, how you are, you cannot change who you are. And we be diverse. Yes. We venture in a new world. Venture in new things. Let us try out new things. You see. And also, let us love ourselves, who we are. And let us because low self-esteem is something that is long-term. And it can end up being a mental health issue if it's not dealt with. And so many people, you find that even many people can be in that situation. It's a situation, it's a health condition for a long time. If they don't wake up into it and know that, oh, I'm suffering from this, you know. So let us now realize, evaluate yourself, know if you're suffering from it, let us work on yourself. Ourselves. Yes. Wow. Yes. Thank you so much, Trizah. Thank you. Trizah, we are so humble to have you on board with us. Thank you. Na tunashukuru sana. Thank you. Tunashukuru sana. You gather some more information, come and enlighten us. You are always welcome here at home. Heaven Bound loves you so much. Thank you. Say hi to your family. Na ukirudi Twala, say hi to those people. I will. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, our viewer. I know you have learned something. Leo tulikuwa tunaongelea about self-esteem. I know before it culminates to some other funny things or other drastic things, you work on whatever we've talked about. You can always follow us through our Facebook page. This is Daughters of Favour, #HeavenBound TV. You have a very blessed week. May God bless you so much.
Go marching in, go